Hey trainers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're diving deep into an exciting limited time 7-star Tera Raid event featuring none other than the powerful BAXCALIBUR, but with a chilling twist. This is one icy challenge you don't want to miss, so whether you're preparing to take on the raid solo or with a team, here's everything you need to know. BAXCALIBUR will be live across 2 weekends, from June 20th, which is today, until June 22nd, which is this upcoming Sunday. Then it returns again next weekend from June 27th and goes away on June 29th. So you've only got 6 days total to challenge and capture this unique boss, so make sure to mark your calendars for that. And better yet, if you really want to do this together, then there is an opportunity for you to join me later today during my live stream where I am going to be challenging this Pokemon together with you guys. So the start of this event is BAXCALIBUR, a powerful Dragon Ice type Pokemon from the Tera region, first introduced in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and known for its ferocious design and great physical stats. So this is a 7-star raid, the most challenging kind of Tera Raid battles available, so be sure to bring your best trained Pokemon and solid strategies. And just like other 7-star raids, you can only catch one per save file, but you can challenge it as many times as you'd like. So once you have defeated this behemoth of a Pokemon, you will be rewarded with a level 100 BAXCALIBUR. Its Tera type will be Ice, its ability will be Thermal Exchange, an ability that raises BAXCALIBUR's attack stats when it's hit by a Fire type move and also prevents it from being burned. So think twice before you try using Will-O-Wisp or any other Fire type attack against this particular Pokemon. You'll be making it more powerful than it already was. So its moves are Glaive Rush, Icicle Crash, Crunch, and Earthquake. And it's not just stopping there, it also knows Sword Stance, letting it sharply boost its already high attack stat. This makes it a serious threat the longer the battle drags on, and you'll see that in a second. So its nature is Adamant, maximizing its physical attack potential, and comes with the exclusive Mightiest mark, making it even more prestigious to own. Alright, so this was the moment where I was going to make like a cool transition into the battle versus BAXCALIBUR. We're using my Earthworm, but to be absolutely honest with you guys, I did about like 10 reruns with Earthworm and I lost all of them. So no, I am not going to advise you guys to use Earthworm. It's such a terrible pick, especially because it's so RNG reliant. It's ridiculously bad, and BAXCALIBUR has essentially 3 phases where he goes through nullifying your stat changes, resetting his own stats, buffing his own attack stats with Sword Stance, and you know, resetting your stats one more time. It is the worst thing in the world. Now, one of the things that I would say is essential for your success battling against BAXCALIBUR is to ensure that you do not have an Arcanine on your team essentially. That thing is going to be way worse of an enemy essentially. The thing is very, very difficult to manage because in case you didn't know or didn't realize, the Thermal Exchange, that's the ability of BAXCALIBUR, is going to make him even stronger every time that he's hit by a Fire type attack. So you want to avoid having an Arcanine on your team by all means necessary. So each and every time that you see that you have one, time to get out. Now, this is also not a very good team, to be honest, because we don't really have an Intimidator at all. And as you can clearly see, BAXCALIBUR starts the battle with a +2 attack, which is like super bad. So we're gonna back out again and we're gonna try again. All right, so I'm not really sure how many times I have to redo this, but I'm just not getting the team that I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna start off the battle like this, guys. Right, so obviously BAXCALIBUR has like a lot of pre-programmed actions that he takes that are very detrimental to us, but the first one is going to happen around the 80% time remaining. So what I would advise to do if you choose to use Avalug to take down this Pokemon with, I would say 1 time Iron Defense and 3 times Chilling Water. As you know, Chilling Water is not necessarily a move that we use in order to do damage. We're actually crippling BAXCALIBUR as much as we can. We want to drop its attack stats as much as we can because this thing, it hits like a truck. It is very annoying, and yeah, we need to put ourselves in a very good situation where we can actually, you know, be a bit more effective. Now, as it stands now, Baxcalibur is really dealing a lot of damage, a little bit more than I would like. And I think that I'm in a situation where I need to use Recover. And that's why you need Recover on this Pokemon, because there is nothing else around me that can, you know, kind of heal me up. So I guess I'll just have to wait until we hit the 80% mark. Then I use Recover again. I need to be at full HP at all times, or at least close to it, to make sure that even if a critical hit happens, I am not taken out, which is the last thing that I want, especially because the time that we have is very, very precious. We're going to go for another Chilling Water here, which is going to allow us to Terrestrialize next, which is pretty good. But I also think that the pre-programmed action, which is to reset my stat change, to nullify my stat changes, will kick in place in a second. Right there. Nice. Okay, so we got that. Now that we move now into the second phase. Now what you want to do, of course, is you want to Terrestrialize an Iron Defense. And from this point on, all you have to do is make sure that that it doesn't take you down, because you won't have a secondary time when you can build up energy to Terrestrialize again. Glaive Rush is gonna do decent amount of damage, but like I said, since we are super bulky and we have been using Chilling Water, we can actually effectively take those hits like an actual champ. So at this very particular moment, we are Terrestrialized, we can do damage. We want to go for a +6 defense here to maximize the damage output coming from Body Press. And if you feel like you're very low on HP, or you feel a little bit insecure about your survivability, feel free to use a Recover. But if you don't use a Recover, like I don't, then like from this 190 out of 394 HP, I can just basically decide to go for the Body Press instead. Now Body Press from this range, you know, +6 defense, and adding to the massive defense stats that Avalug has, Body Press is gonna completely decimate that thing. And then the return on investment from the Shell Bill item is gonna bring us all the way up to max health, which is super amazing. Now, Icicle Crash is not 100% accuracy, and it tends to miss sometimes. So we got really lucky there. He actually ended up missing, which is great. Now, all we can do right now is just Body Press him into infinity, to be honest, until we enter the third phase. We're currently in the second phase, which is when he basically resets our stat changes. I think in the third, going into the third phase, that's when he becomes really threatening to us. So that is about to happen as well. So I'm just gonna Body Press one more time in order for us to catch up to the timer, which is great. Body Press, here we go. That is going to take down the shield, and it's actually going to go and bypass the time remaining that we have, which is very good. Now he's gonna go for his secondary pre-program action, which is nullify our stat changes and get rid of our +6 defense. Yeah, it's not looking too bad for us, actually. We want to go for another Iron Defense, and like I said from the very beginning, we want to be as sturdy as we can be. The goal of this battle is to be very, very sturdy, and that's basically the goal. So we're gonna go for another Iron Defense, and +4 is actually sufficient. You don't necessarily need to go all the way up to +6, but one of the things that I would say that is super important in this situation, but that's just me though, he is paralyzed, which is great, is I like to go for a couple of Chilling Waters here, because he still has one more pre-program action, which is to Swords Dance, and if we can just nullify that buff that he will be inevitably getting at some point, that will help us out tremendously, which is just happening right now. Right, it goes for the Swords Dance. We're gonna go for another Chilling Water, which is basically forcing that Pokemon Baxcalibur to back down. It's not going anywhere. Getting those buffs, we do not accept those. So we're gonna take that Chilling Water to his side of the field. We are still looking very, very healthy. If we actually look at the stats here, Baxcalibur is neutral, and let's see, I am at +4. Body Press is actually going to do a really reasonable amount of damage here. Watch as it goes right there. 3, 2, 1, and kabam! Yeah, it's great. I think Avalug is one of the most the best choices actually that you can make in order to take down Baxcalibur. It's gonna nullify our stat changes here, and since he's paralyzed, which is a good thing, we're gonna go for another Iron Defense. Now, bear in mind that if we did not use the Chilling Water, we would be a little bit in a predicament because, you know, Baxcalibur really hits like a truck, and it is a very problematic Pokemon to deal with if you don't cripple it earlier on. It can actually spin out of control, and it's just a nightmare. But regardless, I think if you have Avalug, if you have this specific Avalug where you invest 252 EVs in defense and 252 in HP, and you know, basically copy this same build, body press, iron defense, recover, and chilling water, I'm pretty sure that you will win against Baxcalibur 9 out of the 10 times. It needs to go really, really weird, the battle, for you to lose. But usually it's a very safe pick, you know, very straightforward. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is just to make sure that Baxcalibur doesn't spin out of control with the sword stances, and that you keep your defense up and your HP to a reasonable level to where you can actually take a critical hit as well as just regular damage. So body press here for the victory, guys. So this is it for this video. If you want to participate, for example, in a hosting live stream where I face against Baxcalibur together with you guys, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The possibility of me going live in a couple of hours is quite high, and if not, it will definitely be online the day after, which is on Saturday, the day after the release of this Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is yours truly, Casadorperfect. We got some Herba Mystica here, and yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and see you guys later.